before, I know the lies. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall, the sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no, but it tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning back. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons calm, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw in me. Hate to text me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise,
Carter, I got your message, but I don't see you guys in the voice chat. You might have the permission set differently.
Hold on. Go to it. I'll drag you up into the one.
For the first time in 2026, the Shake and Bake Cup Series is back on track. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shake and Bake Sim TV. I'm your broadcaster and commentator, doing Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube. And tonight, we're here live from North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina. This is the Shake and Bake Cookout Clash, a preseason exhibition race before we officially kick off the long-awaited Season 3. It's gonna be chaotic, it's gonna be fun, brand new format, brand new schedule, brand new teams and drivers. We are all in for this brand new exciting season. Let's talk about first some of the off-season moves that happened across the end of Season 2 and, of course, the beginning here as well. Tons of number switches. Davin Thornhill switching away from the number 32 onto the number 5. Carter Brockmeyer switching to the number 20 off from the number 62. Michael Egermont switching off from the number 63 to the number 2. And Gino Zito switching off from the number 11, now wearing the number 77. Tons of team switches and rebrands as well. VBA Racing rebranded as Taser Racing by owner Davin Thornhill, also your reigning and defending Season 2 champion. Carter Brockmeyer goes away from Bottom Split Bandits as he opens up his brand new team, RBA Racing, with co-owner Charlie Jones in the Toyotas. Bottom Split Bandits' new partnership deal with Chevrolet as they're switching off away from the Toyotas, and now they are on the Chevys. No moves whatsoever during the offseason for both Ford teams, Common Motorsports and Jet Lucky Motorsports. And as well, the most exciting part about a brand new season, brand new rookies here as well. Currently, we only have one here on board with us, and that is the 95 of Anthony Lurdy right there for RBA Racing in the Toyotas. Dominic Luba in the number 18, who was given by Chris Seyfried, who will, from what we've heard, not be returning to full-time competition this season, so the number 18 will be worn by Dominic. Matthew Hill in the number 90, also for RBA Racing. Carter Brockmeyer has a ton of new company, 3 rookies in his team, co-owned by Charlie Jones, and Taser Racing adding a new addition in the form of Colby Luca in the number 4. No moves from Common Motorsports or Jet Lucky Motorsports, but a total of 5 teams now on the grid. 2 Chevy teams, 2 Ford teams, 1 Toyota team. It is going to be an absolute blast here in Season 3 as we get ready to start the qualifying here for the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. Let's see who we go on board first. Let's go on board here with the rookie, Anthony, in the 95, as we start off qualifying here for the Cookout Clash. We'll get into the race info in just a moment, but let's just embrace these Cup cars back on track for the first time here in 2026. I have been waiting for the return, cannot wait for what Season 3 brings to the table. It's a little bit of a shake-up there by Anthony going into Turn 3. Davin Thornhill, it's a purple first half for him. Michael Egermont on pole position with a 19.2, and he'll increase that with an 18.87. Michael Egermont provisional pole as Anthony comes across there. Davin Thornhill moves up to second, followed by his teammate Charlie Jones, and Jaden Newson to the top takes away the pole position from Michael Egermont. We have a new pole sitter. Does anyone have anything to rival it? Thornhill already done with his laps. Stefan Wagner here,
It's always you, Jaden.
putting some lap times here. There is the radio from Michael Egermont. Does Stefan Wagner have anything? First lap will only get him up to P7. This is the final shot to take pole position away from the Season 1 champion. Out of Turn 4, Wagner, does he have what it takes? It was a 19.08. And this lap just barely shy as he will finish P2 with an 18.87. Oh, he was just 0.6 of a second away from claiming pole position, but that will be the end of qualifying. Let's go here with the drivers real quick as we get ready to advance the session.
In here. Can you wait a minute? He's saying that it won't let him load in. Kyle.
We're just awaiting another driver to see if he joins. He appears to be having, unfortunately, some technical issues.
Advance the session.
So give it just a second. All right, here we go.
Why can't you see my paint scheme?
Alrighty, so here we go. It is time to get this started. Here we go, getting ready to go underway here with the Cookout Clash. Your race info for today, 50 laps around the .625 mile paved short track. There will be a halftime caution at the end of lap 25, and only green flag laps will be added and counted towards the total. So no caution laps will add to the total, only those during the green flag will be the ones added towards the total counter. So we will see here as we get ready to go underway for this preseason exhibition race. Jaden Newson, your pole sitter, your season 2 runner-up, as now the drivers will get a test of the pit road speed right here before we go green. Who is excited for this brand new dawn of the Shake and Bake Cup Series? Yes, Murky, this is in iRacing. Alrighty, here we go. Pace car lights are gonna go off. Next one will
Flat
be
clears, Dwayne.
the green flag drop. Your Season 1 champion on pole position. It's Stefan Wagner.
You'll need to clear your flags when we go green.
It's Stefan Wagner right beside him. Michael Egermont in third. Davin Thornhill, Harold Wilson, Charlie Jones, Carter Brockmeyer, Gino Zito, and Anthony Ludi will round off the grid here for this cookout clash. And for the first time in 2026, it's time to shake it and bake it. The cookout clash at North Wilkesboro is underway with the green flag. Easy start for everyone there as everyone immediately starts to go single file. We told the drivers here before the race started, this is a short track. You can expect a ton of contact, not only with different drivers, but of course just a little bit of issue or overcorrection is going to send you to that outside wall. So contact with drivers, contact with the wall. And with this brand new format in the season, no stages. Green flag pit stops are gonna be a must in the strategic side of things. But here at the Clash, it's gonna be a short and sweet race for you, just 50 laps here around the .625 mile track. Again, keep in mind that halftime caution coming out at the end of lap 25. This is going to serve as a preseason test for the drivers before we go into the main event at Daytona, which I am very, very stoked for, especially with these brand new moves, brand new drivers. It's going to be an absolute blast. There's Harold Wilson round the inside of Thornhill coming out of turn 4. Another move there in the back, that's Brockmeyer. Thornhill will hang on though on that outside. So far it has been a very little movement race. Let's get some action here in the back. Charlie Jones there. Gino Zito going to the inside of Anthony in the 95. Anthony stays ahead and spin by Carter Brockmeyer. Can he save it? No, he can't. Caution will come out for the first time here at North Wilkesboro. Contact between the 20 of Carter Brockmeyer and the 95.
That was a lot longer of green flag running than I thought that was going to be at the start.
Anthony Ludi. There is Michael Egermont in the team radio. I low-key agree with him. I low-key agree with him. That was some very good green flag racing. As the lap counter will come to a stop at, I believe, lap 6. Tough start for the brand new rookie here. We're going to take
Black
a
clear. I
replay.
spun out on the exit of pit lane after I spun.
We're going to take a replay here to see what happened. Big crash as we take a closer look at it. It looked like Brockmeyer just lost it coming out of turn 2. And Anthony is unfortunately just there to collect it. Nothing he can really do there. Loots it into the 95. 95 can't save it. And he gets collected. Tough start for both of these drivers, but it is just the beginning of this race. As Jaden Newson, of course, will stay in the lead of this race. I believe Anthony Ludi actually had to come in twice into pit road. I don't know if it was a further issue that we can see. But yeah, he came in twice. Now I believe this is going to be the time where we get to choose our lines for the first time here in 2026. Jaden Newson goes to the inside. Wagner to the outside. Thornhill, Wilson, a ton of people choosing that inside lane. Only 3 on the outside. We'll see what Anthony here chooses to go to. And he will, of course, take track position to the outside. Smart move there by the 95. As here we go, getting ready to go under green here. Once again, the 95 will make it around just in time. As we're getting ready here, going into the restart zone. And we are green flag once again at the Clash. And it looked like everyone stalled there just a tiny bit. That was quite a big checkup as there's Stefan Wagner on the outside. Some two-wide action here at North Wilkesboro, as now both Cup Series champions are going to fight it out for the race lead. I want to see this fight right here. A little bit of a neck. The shove as he moves him out of the way, and Davin Thornhill to the race lead. A fight between the Season 1 champion and the Season 2 and reigning champion. I am thrilled to see what these two are going to bring to the table. Will one of those two claim their second title? Will we see a new Shake and Bake Cup Series champion? Only time will tell, of course. It is way too early for that. As we roll here into lap 12, and Jaden Newson spins, and the second caution is out. Gino Zito in it, Charlie Jones in it. Coming into turn 2, a 3-car pileup. As the caution will once again stop the lap counter. And we will take a replay at that. There goes the second caution of the night. I also want to go back to watch at this because I didn't really catch it. We were talking about the two champions of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Here's a replay of what happened there. Oh, Newson just goes spinning. Did anything cause it? I believe. Oh, that does look to be some contact with the 83 of Harold Wilson. Let's see here. Is there contact going into turn 2? There absolutely is. Wilson to the left rear of Jaden Newson, and that little knack is all it takes for the 78 to go spinning. There's a second hit. Zito nowhere to go. Egerman got knocked there. Charlie Jones nowhere to go. Brockmeyer does a great job at going low to get out of that mess. But hopefully not a ton of damage on neither of those cars. Obviously, all 3 of them are going to come here into pit road to get some repairs. As Davin Thornhill will be the one leading us to the green flag. And everyone is going to choose that inside. My goodness. Anthony going to take advantage of it and choose track position. He's going to go to the outside here. That is going to be big track position for Anthony Ludi in the 95. Carter Brockmeyer will join him. Those are the new teammates over at RBA Racing, the brand new Toyota team, and the only Toyota team Because as we said earlier, bottom split Bandits switching away from Toyota over to the Chevys. And here we go, third restart off the ninth at discretion of Thornhill in the number 5. And we're green flag once again at the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. Anthony round the outside, rides the wall a little bit. Can he get past the number 5 out of turn 2? Still side by side, Thornhill will hold the ground on the low line. Contact between Wilson and Brockmeyer on the back. Oh, and around goes Stefan Wagner. Oh, Egremont got collected there as well. Some front damage on that number 2 car. Had nowhere to go. And third caution will come out. This is what we were talking about earlier. Short track. It happens every time. There's going to be constant contact regardless of how you think this race is going to go. That is going to be Stefan Wagner's first time being involved in an incident. The third caution here will put the race on hold at, I believe, around lap 15. And a ton of drivers going back into pit road. Michael Egremont, of course, for damage. Stefan Wagner, of course, for damage. Gino Zito, though, I don't know if he was involved in it. I believe he was the one that caused Wagner to spin, so it is reasonably enough for him to also go down pit road here. Here's the replay on that incident involving Stefan Wagner. Oh, Zito just got collected there by Michael Egremont. Not teammates, but Gino and Egremont, great buddies off the track. Oh, big hit. Egremont spins, and Zito a little bit of the clip of the number 2 there to cause him to go spinning. There's Davin Thornhill still in the lead of this race. He has led 11 laps so far. As we are getting ready to, I believe, go green flag here once again into the restart zone. Choose cone and message popped up to alert the drivers to pick their line. Thornhill goes to the inside, Anthony on the outside, Harold on the inside. Big last minute switch there from Brockmeyer to go to the outside to join Anthony. He did it before the start finish line crossing, so he will not be penalized. That is a great last minute maneuver there by the number 20. Okay, stars off. Here we go. Thornhill will once again lead the pack to the green flag, and we're green once again at the Cookout Clash on lap 15. Ludi on the outside trying to keep it going. Side by side there in the back, the 83 and the 20. Harold Wilson gets through. Gino Zito now trying to get the move on Carter Brockmeyer here going into turn 1. Brockmeyer running the outside lane. Mac there by Anthony. Good to see some 2 wide action here on short tracks where the majority go single file. A ton of Macs there on the outside wall on the saver barrier coming out of turn 4. Battle for the lead here. Thornhill just doing a great job at holding the inside lane. Newson will get stopped by Wilson with that little bit of a block. And to the inside he goes to try and get past that 83. Side by side still, Harold Wilson and Jaden Newson doing a great job as Gino Zito now finds himself in the top 3, but we got a spin in the back. Harold Wilson's
Sorry, bud. Sorry.
Let's take a look at the replay. Caution involving Harold Wilson. Oh, just spins. That is Michael Egremont involved, unfortunately, once again, causing the spins. Thankfully, looks like no major damage on that 83, and he will live to see another day. Warp caution will put the race on hold on lap 19. Oh, what happened there? Michael Egremont has found himself into the inside wall. And he's gonna have to come into pit road. Oh no. That is not what you want to see from the number 2 here. Tough night so far for Michael Egremont. Got involved in that incident right there with Harold Wilson. Involved with the incident prior with Stefano Wagner and Gino Zito. As look at that gain and loss ratio there on the ticker on your left-hand side. Thornhill has to choose here. Chooses the inside lane last minute before crossing the line. Just saved himself what could have been a race-ending penalty. Little indecisive there, but he'll save it last second. As Harold Wilson back on, he will choose the inside lane as we get ready to go racing here once again. It has been a great night so far for David Thornhill. Let's see if he can keep it up. Green flag at North Wilkesboro. That inside lane gonna get moving. The outside lane also moving, but a little bit stalled there as Anthony Ludi there goes P2, Newson P3, Wagner fighting for the P4 position with Gino Zito. There's Wagner, side by side, Brockmeyer can't get past him, Wagner will hold on to P5, 77 does get past him. Laps to go. Side by side, Newson to the outside. Anthony Ludi, your new race leader here. Great maneuver there by the 95. As it's 2 laps to go before the halftime caution. Gino Zito trying to maneuver past the inside of the 78. 1 lap to go before the halftime caution. Michael Egremont has to come into pit road. Who will lead us back to the green flag? Anthony Ludi on the race lead. Newsom past Gino Zito. Can he get past the 95? Side by side to the line. He will not be able to get it. Anthony Ludi holds on to the race lead. before the halftime caution is thrown. A great battle there for the discretion lead start. Great night has been so far for all of these drivers. Let's see here as they neatly avoid the commitment cone. Of course, Gino Zito is going to be the only one to stay out on track as everyone comes into pit road on halftime. We'll be right back as we kick off the second half here of the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro.
Dwayne, it said I exited the pits wrong. I followed Davin the entire time.
I'm not out. I'm just serving 6 minutes of repairs.
Here we go to kick off the second half of the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. Bold, strategic move by Gino Zito. He was the only one to stay out on track, did not take the free pit stop there at the halftime caution. We'll see how this goes as he will be the one to lead us to the green flag. He chose the outside. Jaden Newsom chose the inside. Let's see if that strategy of staying out will work for him. Green flag to start the second half. Gino Zito in the brand new 77 machine moved away from the number 11 and looking for a brand new fresh start into the season. He was your season 1 Bristol winner, your season 2 Talladega winner. Unfortunately fell just shy of the championship for last season. But this is a brand new format, chase format. We call it the Hunt. The final 5 races will make up the hunt, and there's trouble in the back. Stefan Wagner turned around, and we have ourselves the first caution of the second half. And oh, that's a lot of damage on that number 10 Chevy right there. That is Stefan Wagner's second caution being involved in it. That will be the 6th caution of the night, including the halftime caution. Anthony Ludi going to come into pit road. Here's Stefan Wagner. Of course, we'll follow him to get those repairs done. Each driver this race has 2 fast repairs, if I'm not mistaken. Fast repairs do vary on track. It's going to be a fun one to watch as we count down these last 25 laps. There are your fastest laps of the race so far. It is Gino Zito with the fastest lap of 18.59. 9, your current race leader, doing some great work there. As he found himself being in the back, now no more. Jaden Newson moves to the inside. Thorhill on the inside as well. As here we go. Pace car's gonna do an extra lap around the track before we head into the green flag. Gino Zito once again is gonna lead us and lead the pack to the green flag. Chooses once again the outside. Jaden Newson once again chooses the inside. Pace car lights off. That indicates 1 to go. As we get ready to kick it off here once again. Fortunately, still some damage on the 10 of Stefan Wagner. And we heard there Michael Eckermont on their radio. He has a ton of damage, 6 minutes of damage that he has to repair. That, unfortunately, is most likely going to put him out of the race contention. But it's green flag here in North Wilkesboro once again. Thornhill and Jones, teammates side by side. Eckermont out of pit road. He's going to rejoin them here on track. 20 laps to go here at the Clash. These two still side by side. Carter Brockmeyer seeing if he can find the opening window so he can sneak by there into a top 3 spot. There in the back, Wagner and Anthony Looney side by side. As these two still next to each other, the teammates preventing the 20 from moving past along. And this is going to be an interesting storyline here for the number 3 of Charlie Jones. Obviously, we know he is a teammate and a driver for Taser Racing, but he is also now the co-owner of Carter Brockmeyer's team, RBA Racing. So 2 connections for the number 3 of Charlie Jones. We have a battle for the lead here. Jaden Newson to the inside, coming out of turn 4. Gino Zito will stay ahead, though, around the outside. Can he go low to block that 78? He won't, but he will be able to stay ahead as Charlie Jones goes past the number 5 to go into P3. There's Jaden Newson trying to move once again. But Zito doing a great job at holding it up high as we go to 16 laps to go. Well, folks, it's time to go to our first ever Rank It Up presented by Logitech. Can Newson actually make the move here before we go into the segment? Side by side, better than he was last time with Gino Zito. Gino has to keep it straight there on the outside. Oh, big slide by Newson. Gino stays ahead. That could have been a devastating slide there by the 78, but he managed to keep it ahead. But as I was saying, here we go for our first ever Crank It Up section here in 2026, presented by Logitech, as Jaden Newson will once again try to go for his lead. Oh, trouble in the back. And once again, just as we almost call into the Crank It Up section. Oh, man. What a tough night it has been for this number 10. That's going to be about the 3rd or 4th caution of Stefano Wagner being involved in it. Harold Wilson going to suffer the consequences of that as well. Ooh. Late braking there by Harold Wilson to go into pit road. Was below the commitment cone code. No penalty given to that 83. What a wild ride it has been here at North Wilkesboro. Gino Zito still ahead. Here is the replay of that incident regarding Harold Wilson and Stephon Wagner here. Oh, just gets loose, clips the apron coming out of turn 2, and Wagner tried his absolute best to avoid it, but he just unfortunately cannot hang on. Oh, there really wasn't anything he could do there. Another victim of the apron clip. They're out of turn 2. Unfortunately, this time it will be the 83 who is going to be the victim of that apron clip. As we get ready here to choose our lines. Here's the weather report for tonight at the bottom right of your screen. A good 66 degrees Fahrenheit weather. Just about 7 miles per hour winds, cloudy conditions here at 94% humidity. Here's your race recap for tonight. Gino Cito, your current race leader, as we're going to restart this with 10 laps to go. As there's been 7 cautions for 28 laps. 3 lead changes so far. Let's see how these last 10 laps are gonna treat us, as Gino Zito will once again choose the outside line to bring us to the green flag here in North Wilkesboro. This can be a big moment. Actually, my bad, there will be 13 laps to go. I forgot that it does bug out a little bit because of the green flag laps only rule. So now 12 laps to go. This could be a very monumental step in Gino Zito's time here at Shake and Bake Cup Series. Starting off 2026 with a win here at the Clash. And maybe, just maybe, he can pick up from that momentum to go into the actual season 3 there, as we might have technical issues. Maybe not. Gino Zito still here with us. Oh, slide from Jaden Newson into the 77, and that's going to allow Newson to go by. Jaden Newson side by side with the 77. Now it's officially 10 laps to go, and now it's officially a great battle for the lead here. I don't think we'll have enough time to go into the crank it up section. We're going to have to wait that one for at least the Daytona duels this Thursday night. Contact coming out of turn 2, just the slightest bit. And Newson finally has the nose of that Ford sticking out as Jaden Newson takes the lead of the Cookout Clash going into 8 to go. Side by side there in the back, this is going to be a battle for the top 3 spot. Charlie Jones. He thought at the beginning of last season that he just didn't quite have the pace, and oh boy, did he turn last season around with the championship 4 appearance. Not too shabby for the number 3 here in the number 3 spot. Very ironic, as there goes Harold Wilson, spins around. 8th caution of the night, almost collects the 20 of Carter Brockmeyer. But Harold Wilson once again involved in it. And that normally wouldn't be a caution, but with how these short tracks are, anything as little as that can allow race control to throw that caution at. Is very dangerous for the safety of these drivers. Jaden Newson overcomes Gino Zito, though, with 8 to go, as we'll have a couple of people dip in the pit road here. Thornhill, Ludi, Harold Wilson, of course, for the damages. And we will restart this with about 8 to 7 laps to go. until we crown ourselves our first winner of 2026. Not Season 3 winner, as this is outside of Season 3, but our first 2026 Shake and Bake Cup Series winner. Still a very proud and high achievement. And now we talk about the pit strategies. A ton of people took the pit road. Gino Zito obviously with unique strategy, not taking the free pit stop there when it was the halftime caution. So the question now is, who has
You're a little early.
enough fuel to make it around? There's Carter Bruckmeyer once again, of course. Of course he has something to say. As here we go. Now we're gonna get to choosing our lines. There we go. Once again, 78 preferring that inside lane, the 77 preferring that outside. Charlie Jones is going to join Jaden Newsom there at the bottom. Carter Brockmeyer, P4. Wagner on the inside, P5. Anthony Ludi, P6. He's on the high lane. Wagner, Thornhill, Wilson, Egremont. So it seems like when it comes to the choose cone, a lot of people are choosing a track position over their preferred line. We'll see how that comes into effect here on the restart. 8 laps to go here at Clash. It's green flag back here in North Wilkesboro. Oh, pardon me, 5 laps to go. Oh, and there's big trouble in the back. Big wreck. Harold Wilson's in it. Gino Zito's in it. Stefan Wagner's
Black
in it.
clear for restart.
And just after we go green on the restart, there's an immediate caution afterwards. And this is going to be about 4 to 3 laps to go. Next caution will be overtime. Oh my. That caution just shook up the entire field, took many by surprise. But everyone will come out of there. I believe only one driver is going to come to pit road, and that's Gino Zito. Now, we saw him sliding into pit road. I don't know whether that was intentional or not. I don't know if he meant to go in pit road or whether he just slid in pit road and just said, screw it, we have to deal with this now. But he will go into pit road. As here we go, getting to choose our...
once again, too early.
Here. Here we go. Choose rule officially in effect. This could be a win decisive decision. As we get ready to go here. Ignore the ticker. Obviously, since iRacing's green flag laps count only thing is a little bit buggy, so ignore the ticker. This is going to be about 3 laps to go before we see the checkered flag. Jaden Newsom leading the race to the green flag. This might be our last restart of the race. Green flag back here at the Clash, and what a jump by Charlie Jones that was. Side by side with Jaden Newsom. Someone is up into the outside wall. That is Anthony Ludi. He managed to save it though. And Stefan Wagner once again brings out the caution. I believe they did make it to the 3 laps to
Sorry
go
about that, Jaden.
margin.
I've got some shoddy internet right now.
I believe they will make it to the 3 laps to go margin. But man, it has really not been the night for the number 10 German driver. Tough luck for Stefan Wagner. Spins here and there collected by a couple of drivers. That will be the 10th caution of the night here. But what a jump that was by Charlie Jones to go into what was almost going to be the race lead here. Quick replay here at the spin of the number 10, and it wasn't just a spin, it was once again contact with the 83 of Harold Wilson. Wagner's been involved in a ton. Wilson has been involved in a ton. Oh man, it has been very, very chaotic out there. So here we go to choose our lines. Jaden Newson to the inside, Charlie Jones to the outside. The front row here with a chance to take the first win of 2026. A caution after this will be shake and bake overtime. We'll see if the first race goes into overtime here, as the pace car is actually going to go another extra lap here. Here we go. Light is off as we get ready to go rolling here. Newson, Jones, row 2, it's Thornhill and Brockmeyer. Row 3, Harold Wilson and Anthony Ludi. Row 4, Michael Egremont and Gino Zito. Egremont is laps down. Stefan Wagner there in the back. Here we go, pace car in. This could be the final restart of the race. A caution after this will be shake and bake overtime. Jaden Newson will lead them to the green flag once again. And we're green. At the cookout flash. It's 2 laps to go. And there's a spin in the back. Caution. Anthony Ludi involved in it. Gino Zito, Harold Wilson. Well, folks, the cookout clash at North Wilkesboro will be going into overtime. I did not see this coming. I'm going to be very honest with you. First race before season 3, first overtime. This is going to be an exciting one to watch. Stefan Wagner into pit road. Brockmeyer into pit road. As we're getting ready to go rolling here. Well, for the first time here in 2026, Shake and Bake Overtime, presented by ASL Contractors, celebrating their 50 years in Canada Racing, the only NASCAR diecast distributor in Canada. Proud to have them as our sponsors here at the Shake and Bake Overtime. As we're getting ready to go green here next time by. This is going to be overtime shot 1 out of 3. So here we go.
I exited a closed pit.
Here we go. Pace car lights off. 1 to go. Shake and bake overtime here at the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. 2 laps to go. It's now or never. Jaden Newson on the restart zone. Green flag at North Wilkesboro for potentially the final time. It's going to be 0.625 miles of racetrack left. And we will make it to the white flag this time by Jaden Newson. White flag sponsored by 213 Simware. The Season 1 champion. Gonna start it off great. Trouble in the back. Thornhill and Cito involved. Jaden Newson holds the inside firmly, and the Season 1 champion starts off 2026 strong. Jaden Newson wins the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. There was trouble in the back. Charlie Jones, big strong P2 finish. Stefan Wagner, after all of the issues that he had this race, comes home to take a top 3 spot. What a comeback story that was. Jaden Newson, their first victory for him. And I can tell he's going to be very, very excited. Could this be the tiniest bit of momentum he needs to push himself to a second title? Wow. Take a look at the replay there of what happened in the back. It was damage, and I believe it was part of Rockminer who was involved in it. As let's actually take a look at the replay right now, shall we? This is what happened on the final lap. David Thornhill still in it, hits the outside wall, collects the 77 of Gino Cito, and just poured it into the inside wall. That is an engine blown. So we are gonna make sure that he is okay. He might get treated there in the infield medical center. That was a big hit, but he will still be able to pull that number 5 all the way to the checker flag. That is dedication right there. Stefan Wagner, what a comeback story. After all the drama he went through, a top 3 podium for him. Big finish for Charlie Jones. Jaden Newson, of course, picks up the first win here of the Shake and Bake Cup Series.
Dwayne, you want something good? Watch out win in the pit lane.
Oh boy. There's Jaden Newson. He's gonna go all the way to victory lane. Is there a victory? There is a victory lane in this. He's gonna park that 70 up in victory lane if he can. Can he? Ah, no bridge for him up there. But he will park it as most as he can. Is there? Nope. A parking next to it will be good enough, as the 78 will take the trip to a victory lane for the first time here. Oh my. saw there on the White Flag drop, your new sponsor of the White Flag 213simware.com. Make sure to grab all of your league racing and driver's iRacing merchandise from there. Here is your official results from the Cookout Clash here from North Wilkesboro. Jaden Newsom picks up the win. Charlie Jones, big P2 finish there for Taser Racing. Stefan Wagner P3, Carter Brockmeyer P4. There's Harold Wilson. Davin Thornhill finishes P6 with that blown engine on the final lap. Gino Zito P7, and Moody P8. Michael Egermont, unfortunately for him, tough luck tonight. He will finish in last, a couple of laps down. Alright, it is time for our first set of post-race interviews. As there's the 78 still gonna burn it down here in the infield. Hopefully there's not a ton of casualties there with all those fans in there. Alrighty, let's hop over on here to the commentary booth and see who we have up here. Let's start off, of course, with none other than your Cookout Clash race winner, Jaden Newsom. Let's bring him out here. Jaden, can you hear us?
I can.
Jaden, congratulations. Before Season 3 starts, you're going to kick it off with a win here at the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. Tell me, what are you feeling right now? What are your emotions with this win here in 2026?
Honestly, I'm pretty stoked. I haven't won the Clash yet, so this one's a biggie. North Wilkesboro is a challenge. I don't have a lot of track time on it, so overall the race was a lot of fun. I felt like tires were definitely... I felt like if you had a fresh set of tires, you were a little bit slower, so... I found over the run it got a little bit, the speed came in and it got a little bit more slidey, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
And Jaden, you are just coming out of a astonishing P11 finish at the PGR 500. Now you find yourself here in victory lane at North Wilkesboro. Do you think this is going to start off the momentum early for what could be a second hunt for your second Shake and Bake Championship?
Oh, absolutely. I think heading into Daytona, especially coming off of the latest win in the series, and with all the Daytona experience I've been racking up, I'm looking forward to it. I think I got a big shot. Yeah, this is good momentum. Try to capitalize and get the regular season championship just like last season. But hopefully, let's keep the points lead and not drop like last season.
Alrighty, thank you for your time up here. Is there any final shoutouts that you would like to say before you head out?
I'd like to thank my sponsors, Can Racing, ASL. I'd like to thank Carter Roy. I know he wasn't here tonight, but I told him I'd win this one for him, so this one's for you, Carter. Everybody that raced, and you, Dwayne.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for your time up here. Congratulations on the Cookout Clash win. Jaden Newsom, you're your winner at North Wilkesboro. Go celebrate that, man.
Thank you. See you at the duels.
Alrighty, let's bring up here Carter Brockmeyer. Actually, let me set this up here on the replay so we have something here on the screen. And there we go. Alrighty, Carter Brockmeyer here, your P4 finisher at North Wilkesboro. Let's bring him up. Carter, can you hear us?
Hello.
There,
Yep.
There we go. Carter, this is a brand new start for you. Obviously, new number, new team, and there will be a decent top 5 finish for you to kick off 2026. What are your feelings with what you have felt so far with this brand new team, brand new car? What are your thoughts before we go officially into Season 3?
I think I have high hopes for this season. Anthony and me gotten together sometimes, but it's all right. It was expected. We were on together. We were talking. I want to thank my team, even if they didn't show up. I like to thank them. They've helped a lot these last couple of weeks. So.
And of course, brand new team, and it's
And
oh, there you go.
No, you're good.
Alrighty. And of course, a brand new team. You are the only veteran in your team. You have 3 rookies to your name. How do you feel that you're gonna work with them to catch them up here in their first season of the Cup Series before we head into the main event and the crown jewel of what is the Daytona 250? What do you look forward to work with these brand new rookies?
I hope to build them up. I want to try to get us all like really close, really good friends, and really know who we want to be as racers and try to get them as high up in points as we can. It's okay if we don't win this season because we still have next season to come back and be stronger. But I hope we win this season. I have good hopes.
Alrighty, big P4 finished their great start for RBA Racing to kick off before we go into season 3. Is there any final shoutouts that you would like to do?
I'd like to shout out Davin and everyone on my team and Charlie. Great racing. Kind of ran into Harold there at the end, but I kind of blinked and didn't see him. I want to congratulate Jaden Newson on his win, but that's it. Just
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for your time up here. Carter Brockmeyer, P4 finisher here in North Wilkesboro. Good luck going into Daytona and the Daytona duels this Thursday.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's get up here. Davin Thornhill, who will be your P6 finisher after that big impact. And this is actually good. We get to check up on him after what was a horrible impact up there. Davin, spring him up. There we go. Davin, can you hear us?
Yeah, how you doing, Dwayne?
Good, how are you? First of all, how are you? That was a big impact there on the final lap. Talk me through that wreck there. Are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I just I want to apologize to Gino, man. I got tires, thinking that'd be the better move towards the end. And whenever we got going after getting those new tires, the car would not turn, and I ate Gino up, and I just want to apologize for that. But I figured the car would wrap around a little better, but it did the opposite. So I just want to apologize to Gino.
Of course, not the finish that you were quite expecting here. You ran at the front a lot, but that was a big, big impact there. Engine blew and everything. So we're thankful that you're okay. But of course, this is just a preseason. We have yet to see how you will perform in the official season 3. What do you think the defending champ has to bring to the table this brand new season?
Oh man, a little bit of the same from last season. Without the stages, strategy is going to play a big, big part of it. Tire management, fuel. We never really had to worry about fuel last season, but fuel's going to play a big part. Tires, just working together as a team. I got 2 new teammates. Shout out to Mike and Colby. I'm excited to run with them.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for being up here. Is there any shout outs that you would like to do?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out to Charlie, man. Good P2 finish. I'm proud of him. Shout out to my team, my sponsors. Shout out to Jaden. It was a good win. It was fun racing. I had about 40 laps of testing, but that's a fun little track in the next gen. But shout out to you, Dwayne, for everything you do, my man.
Thank you very much. Alrighty. Thank you very much for being up here, and good luck going into the Daytona Duels and the Daytona 250 Thursday and next week.
I appreciate it. Shout out BSB too. Good
Auto
finishes.
Flip Hand is there for a shout out. Great finish for them. And that will do it. There's Davin Thornhill with your P6 finish, and that will do it for the Cookout Clash at North Wilkesboro. What a way to kick off the 2026 season of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Jaden Newson, first win of 2026, and we can expect him to have a lot more. Thank you everyone for tuning in, but of course, The party is just getting started. Thursday night, the Shake and Bake Daytona Duels and the qualifier for the first round of Season 3, 2 25-lap heat races. And it will be a doozy to watch, of course. Next week is the Big Bang main event. Round 1 of Season 3 of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. One of our crown jewels and one of, if not the biggest race of the season, the Daytona 250. You're going to have to stick around for that one. With that being said, thank you everyone for tuning in. What a great start this was. Cannot wait for what Season 3 brings onto the table. And it has been a pleasure broadcasting for this league. With that being said, my name is Swing Crespo on Spipes on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe to keep up with the action of Season 3. And we'll see you all on Thursday night. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your night.